Hello, everyone, Rand here playing Farming Simulator 19 on Chippewa County, and since last episode, I've pretty much been continuing working on what we've been working on here the last couple episodes. We're finally to the last field here. I've got this field completely ready to be planted, hopefully anyway. We'll find out here when we start planting. Put fertilizer on it, then put slurry on it, follow that up by an application of lime here, and like I said, hopefully this field here is ready to be planted. We'll see once here. We double check the map over just a little bit more here. Got the John Deere 9570 RT here with our Case 1265 planter, which does now no-till. As we mentioned, I guess that was 2 episodes ago now, wasn't it? Yeah, that's right. 2 episodes ago now here. Finally fixed this planter here. Again, the mod author had in there, direct seeding was false. As opposed to the shop description, which said it could. Yeah. Needless to say, of course, we fixed that, everyone. So that now no-tills. Pretty sure this planter in real life probably would as well. I mean, usually once you start getting planters this large, farmers like no-tilling for some reason. Can't imagine why. I mean, yeah, they're planting a pretty big area here with this planter. Not to say it isn't necessarily no-till capable, everyone, but I'm sure it could be, or can be. And we'll probably just plant in the field here ourselves here this episode. I don't think we have anything else we really need to work on per se. I did skip time through the night here since last episode. It was, what were we, day 1? Yeah, we were day 1 early summer there yet. We're now to day 2 early summer. It just got too dark. I could not see what I was doing on the fields anymore. Makes it really hard to pick up bales, everyone, when it's dark out. That just does not work very well. So yes, ended up skipping time through night there. Oh, really? Just gonna miss that, huh? Well, let's see once if we go over that one more time here. There we go. Yeah, sometimes you just got to go over it again. That'll get rid of it. I went ahead and sold all the bales off this field. Almost all the bales, I should say. The last load I did go ahead and throw into our storage there. Again, I don't think we necessarily need them, but I didn't feel like taking it. It was only like a partial load, so you know what? I'll throw that in storage. It was like a dozen bales or so. But then, yes, sold all the rest of the bales I went. And like I said, we made a fairly good profit off those, I would say. We're up to $341,000, which, yes, I'll probably go ahead and put that towards the loan here again. And that should drop us down to just under probably $2 million worth of loan here left. Again, another 2 or 3 in-game days here. Let's see, what are we actually looking at here? Another... Oh, soybeans. It's another day or 2 for sure. Yes, actually, you know what? Yeah, probably starting tomorrow, which maybe we'll probably get into that next episode then. Tomorrow or day 4, we'll see once here. We'll start selling soybeans. So that'll, hopefully that'll give us a good amount of money. I'm hoping. I'm not sure, everyone, but I'm hoping. Because, yeah, again, it doesn't look like the milk is going to be as profitable as I was hoping here, everyone. Again, I don't know if the Seasons mod has modified how much milk you get, so we're no longer getting as much, or just we're in like that season where the cows just aren't producing much in the first place. I'm not sure which one's true there, everyone. It does seem a little suspicious to me that as soon as I updated the Seasons mod, we're now no longer getting near as much milk as we used to be, which, yeah, really hurts our profits quite a bit. Kind of, yeah, puts a monkey wrench in our plans, I guess you could say, because, yes, I was counting on the milk there to pay off the loan, which it should still help, of course, but maybe not quite as quick as I was hoping for. I'm hoping by next fall, everyone, this fall, coming fall in the game here, we can definitely pick up another combine, because, yeah, we're going to have, well, basically all the fields we own are going to have to be harvested, because, again, we're putting double crop soybeans on these fields, so we just got the barley off them, putting soybeans back on. So there's going to be lots and lots of harvesting that's going to have to be done here again. Lots. We spent, what, the last 4 or 5 episodes here harvesting these fields. So, yeah, you multiply that by a factor of, well, how many fields do we have now? That's a good question. This was probably a quarter of the fields we have, I guess. That'd be my guess, everyone. The fields on this farm, keep in mind, too, it's got some fairly good-sized fields on this farm, but... yeah, I'd probably guess this was probably a quarter of our fields here we harvested. So, yeah, I'd rather not have fall harvest last like 20 episodes. I mean, that might get a little long-winded and boring. I mean, mind you, it probably won't come all at once, but Still, that'd be a lot of harvesting. Ew, I think we're stuck on a fence there a little bit. Oops. Now, question is how I'm going to back this around here, because I've kind of got myself in a corner. That might work. There we go. This planter, I don't know why, it kind of like slews around on the back of this tractor here a little bit. I'm not sure if that's the planter's fault or something with the tractor here, but... Oh, wrong way. Yeah, notice how the planter's just like kind of sliding over there. I'm not sure why that is. A little bit annoying how it does that, but oh well. And just a reminder here too, by the way, everyone, don't forget you can join us on the RDAllen multiplayer servers. Again, anyone's welcome to join as long as you can play nicely, follow the rules. Just join us on the RDAllen TeamSpeak server. Again, that information is down below in the description there. TeamSpeak, again, is free to download if you don't already have TeamSpeak. And, of course, it is similar to Discord, as I've noted before. Just arguably better. Looks like the corn is still growing here yet. I was looking at the map here. I noticed we got some weeds on our new fields here. I don't know if I can do anything about those yet. Maybe we'll have to check here. I'm guessing we can't, everyone, unfortunately, until maybe a growth stage or something occurs. Kind of like we had last time, too. The weeds were there, but we couldn't spray them until essentially a growth stage. Some time passed. I'm not quite sure what the formula there is, but yes, it was a bit annoying there last time having to spray weeds, and I'm guessing it's going to be the same way this time. Yeah, oh yeah, in the distance there, I mean, you can see a splotch of weeds. Not a whole lot of weeds on the field yet, so I don't think we necessarily have to worry about it per se, but... you know what? Looking at this, I bet you I can spray the outside of this field here. You notice how it's kind of a lighter shade, but then if you notice the inside of the field's a little bit darker shade, betting everyone that means I cannot not spray that yet. Betting that's what that probably is going to indicate there. And I was in the process of planting the field next to us here when I skipped the night, so this entire field here, part of it was just planted today in game. The rest of it was planted yesterday in game time. That's maybe why the outside edges there have the lighter shading, just a guess. And like I said, that probably means I can probably spray that. Unfortunately, that means I'd only be able to get part of the field, though, so I might as well wait till we can do the entire field. Like the weeds are inside the darker shade anyway. And that apparently has something to do. So yeah, seasons, who knows what they did. Who knows what they did with the weeds, but doesn't quite work the way the weeds worked in the game previously, or I'll say previously, without the seasons mod. Yeah, it's taking quite a while to get around this field. You know what? 57% on the tractor. I should probably get a little bit of repair going here. Although, 9 miles per hour, that is fairly quick for planting, so I can't complain about the speed too much. Just, yeah, this is a good size field here. Probably go ahead and do one more headland here, and we'll see once maybe we can start going up and down. Although, again, with the shapes of these fields, everyone, they're not exactly very friendly to like GPS or anything like that. It's even with courseplay there, courseplay usually ends up doing some kind of diagonal course, which seems highly inefficient to me, but that's the way courseplay does it. Gets the job done usually, at least when it comes to jobs like this. When it comes to harvesting, yeah, courseplay seems to really, really struggle. Really struggle. Yeah, we're almost all the way around here. And I noticed the sound seems a little quiet, so let's bump that up here just a little bit. The tractor sound, that is. Yeah, it seems really quiet for some reason. Okay. Turn it up even more yet. There we go. That seems a little more reasonable to me. Not sure why it was so quiet. Here's the sound. Turned down here, maybe? Nope. That 100%. Okay. Haven't changed the volume on anything, so I'm not sure why the tractor sound was so quiet there. Just happened to glance over and notice, like, whoa, seems a little quiet. I mean, I guess we are zoomed out a little bit from the tractor here, so that might have a little bit to do with it, but let's see if we can do a little quick repair on this tractor and planter here. Don't think that'll let us go much faster because we're not that bad on repair for the planter, and the tractor seems to be handling it just fine yet. 17.3 hours on that tractor. Wow. For a fairly new tractor there, we are kind of sort of racking up the hours. Oh, there's the planter. 9.3 hours on that planter. And we bought that just this spring, I think. I think so. Which I guess means when I did the planter, when I must have had every field I planted with this planter cultivated then, didn't I? That's interesting. Okay. Because yes, I did not notice that when we were using the planter before that it did not no-till. And at least in real life, everyone, this would probably be a pretty good scenario for no-tilling in a case like this. You know, we had a former barley field. We picked the straw up off the field too yet. So, yeah, farmer would probably be just tilling, no-tilling, planting straight into this field. They wouldn't bother tilling it up. You know, especially when it comes to double crops and stuff like this. Time is usually of the essence. You want to get the double crop in as soon as possible, so there's as much growing season left as possible. At least where I live, everyone, typically there's not a whole lot of double cropping that goes on. You'll see a little bit every now and then a farmer will try to, everyone. I'm not sure how successful it ever is. Like I said, it's not done very often, so I'm thinking that means it's usually not very successful. I guess, you know, it all depends what kind of year you have. Now, if you have a year like we had this year in real life, I'm sure it was not successful at all. In fact, farmers are having a hard enough time getting the few crops they did manage to get planted here this spring harvested. It's been so wet, and yeah, just been so wet, and now it's cold too yet. I think the farmers, for the most part, finally have most of the soybeans and corn off. As I was noting, it was maybe a week or so here ago, everyone, there was still a lot of soybeans on the fields here yet. I think the farmers finally, it's like, hey, we got to harvest these because winter is fast approaching. We've had snow here a couple of times. In fact, this past week here, we had some snow here again. And yeah, snow and soybeans don't really mix. You know, snow and corn, yeah, you can probably still harvest yet. But snow and soybeans, not so much. Because again, soybeans, everyone, they're right on the ground pretty much. So if you get any snow, yeah, you're pretty much shoveling snow with a combine, I guess. And that usually doesn't work so well. I think I've maybe seen a few cornfields out there yet. But like I said, everyone, I think at this point, most of the soybeans, I know there is for sure one field here down the road from where I live that's not been harvested yet, but not sure if any others. I'll have to maybe pay a little more attention next time on my way to work there just to see once what is and isn't harvested. But definitely time to get it off. It's like, you know, way late to what it normally is. But of course, the crops are all planted way late as well for the most part, so just a really wet spring, really wet year in general, I guess you could say. Normally, at least where I live again, too, usually in the summertime, everyone will get like a dry spell. We had a little bit of a dry spell this year, but nothing compared to what it sometimes is. That dry spell, what, maybe 2 weeks at the most? It was not even that long of a dry spell. You know, it pretty much kept on raining pretty consistently. Which, of course, you know, farmers that did get their crops planted, that's pretty good. You know, crops continuously get rain. The dry spells usually are never good on them, so... One thing I did notice with this seeder, it does seem like it uses the liquid fertilizer awfully quickly. I had to fill this seeder up on the first field we planted. Had to fill it up on the last field here as well. And I'm guessing everyone looking at the percentage here, we're probably going to have to fill it up for this field here as well. I have not had to fill the seed up as of yet. Although that might change here. 47. We'll have to see once, I guess. I think it's using it about evenly. That's good. I did actually go ahead and turn the usage rate down using the, again, we got the variable spray mod here, and the variable spray mod does allow me to turn that down. So I did actually go ahead and turn it down all the way. Even with that, everyone, yeah, it's still going through it pretty quickly here. I'm not sure if it just doesn't hold a whole lot or if it's the fact that it goes through it so quickly. Not really sure on that. And by the way, variable spray rate mod, particularly like that mod when you're doing slurry and manure. That's my favorite use for that mod there, everyone. So when you're doing slurry, you can turn down the application rate. It does not affect the fertilizer level at all. It still counts as one level of fertilizer. Regardless, you put the whole load in one spot or you put a whole load across an entire field, still counts as one fertilizer state. And again, you know, a field of this size, it still takes about 2 of the BCG tanker truck loads to do this field. But, you know, that's still a fair amount of slurry. As opposed to, you know, if we didn't have the variable spray rate mod, it would probably be like 10 truckloads or something ridiculous like that. We'd be filling up constantly. So, yeah, makes the slurry manure a little more bearable. Not to mention makes it go a little further, which I've always complained about with this game here, everyone. It just does not. You just don't get enough of it. Although with the Seasons mod, can't say that quite as much anymore. Seasons mod, I'd say, definitely increases the amount you get. Actually, I don't know if it increases the amount you get so much, everyone. Is just you've got a lot more days now as opposed to not as much time with the Out Seasons mod. Okay, we're almost around the field here for the second time. Wonder if we'd be better off just keeping on going around the field here. Well, let's see. We're what, about 20 minutes into this episode here so far, and we're on our second headland. Wow. Yes. And like I said, fairly good-sized field here. Well, in that case, we'll see what we got for a few comments here. A moment. Let's see. Anthony was saying, hooray! Finally, a red tractor. Red tractor. Where? We'll have to get rid of it promptly. Red tractor. We don't have any. Well, okay. We got the Versatile. What do we got for red tractors on here? We got the Versatile. We got the International. I don't know. Does the Versatile really count as a red tractor, though? At least the one we have, anyway. I mean, I guess it's kind of sort of red. It's got some yellow on it as well, I suppose. I guess we can consider that a red tractor. You know, we give it a nice job of spreading slurry. What else we got? Of course, like I said, the International. I think that's all we got for red tractors, isn't it? I think so. Just the International and the Versatile there. We do have a Ford tractor. That one's blue. We got a dark green Oliver. I think most of our tractors after that are pretty much John Deere. Feel like farming in style on here, you know. Okay, I think we'll just we'll keep going on with the headland here. What side would be better to start with? And we'll go down this side here, I guess. Oh, remember, I do have GPS. Okay, I do have GPS on this tractor. Like I said, though, everyone, with the shape of this field, I don't know if it'd really do us a whole lot of good, so I think we'll just stick to free-handing it here. Which, again, a little bit tricky with this planter, because like I said, it seems like it kind of slews around the back of the tractor there a little bit. Notice how that planter's sliding over as opposed to kind of like rounding the turn there. Don't know why it does that, but... let's see what's here. Several header was saying, no, when the front wheels are off the ground, it will not turn at all. Ah, okay, so good to know. I was asking the question there, was it last episode or episode before, everyone? So if you're, let's see what's here. How do we put this here? You're just randomly driving around, and let's just say your front tires come off the ground. With the game mechanics the way they are, does that mean you actually can no longer steer? That was the question I asked, and according to several header, I was saying if the front tires, or let's just put it this way, if your steering tires are off the ground, no, you cannot steer. Charles was saying, good video, keep them coming. Thank you very much for that there, Charles. Jim was saying, great video as always. I've experienced several times where trucks and other vehicles do not respond to the steering inputs, even though you have the truck or vehicle steered in the correct direction and the wheels are firmly on the ground. Okay, let's see. We're getting a little farther off here. There we go. Back on track. Going around these turns, a little bit tricky. Try not to get too much overlap here. Anyway, back to what Jim's comment was saying. I think it has something to do with the game graphics engine, where it's trying to play catch up to your inputs, but it's lagging way behind instead. When this happens, the trucks or vehicles usually crash into things as a result. It's like the graphics engine itself overrides your game inputs at times because it can't figure out exactly how to generate the graphics to correspond with your inputs. I blame the graphics engine lagging behind control inputs when this happens. So very annoying when it happens. Yes, I have noticed that before as well. And episode 101 here, Jim was commenting on. I think that must have been the episode where I had that there. Everyone's like, I forget what we were in again. The vehicle just did not steer and crashed into a fence or something. I forget exactly what happened there again, that episode of one, but yeah. That definitely sounds like a good excuse there on Jim's part that I could use more. Oh, seriously, planner? Really? Like I said, this planter does not follow the tractor the way I think it should. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but again, it feels like it slews around the back of the tractor. Yeah, just watch there, everyone. You notice how I'm turning, and it's just kind of like slewing behind it. It's not properly following it. I don't know. Maybe that's the way it's supposed to be, but definitely doesn't feel right. Anyway, yes, as I was going to say there on Jim's comment there, definitely seems like something we could use more frequently there whenever maybe we accidentally crash into something. We can use Jim's comment there as an excuse. I mean, that sounds like a good one, right? Although, again, like I was saying there last episode before, everyone, it definitely... I wouldn't consider that to be my fault. Something definitely was up with the game there. Just like, nope, we're not steering today. I don't know what caused that again, but it could be like Jim was saying, the game is lagging as far as the inputs go. I don't know if it's actually lagging or... I don't know what's causing all those either. That's kind of annoying. Try deciding the key binding. See, the game might be like working on something in the background, and it's like kind of sort of like temporarily locked up, if you will. Well, it's processing probably some bad mod author's piece of crap that it's working on, and you're trying to steer, and the game's trying to figure out what the mod author did wrong to the mod. And yeah, that could be very well what's going on. Yeah, looks like maybe one more good pass up at the top side of the field here. We'll about have this done. I don't know if we'll quite have it done here by the end of this episode, but we're pretty close to having this field planted. Again, this planter here, essentially comparable to a DB90, so 36 rows at a time, 27 meters wide, and or if you're working in real numbers, that's 90 feet. So 90 feet wide. 30-inch row spacings there, or at least in real life it probably would be anyway. Who knows what it is in the game. Actually, as far as the row spacing go in the game here, I mean, it's actually pretty close. Usually the corn header there on the combine does line up with the rows of crop in the game. Maybe not quite 100%, but give it like 95%. It does line up, at least if you take the time anyway to line the header up to the rows. Oh, 10% left on the seeds, 22% left on the liquid fertilizer. Going to be close. In fact, you know what? I'm going to say it right now. It's probably not even going to be close. We're going to run out here. In fact, we might run out after this round here. We'll see once here. It's going to be close. 12 bushels of seed left yet. Yeah, see, I'm turning into it here, but notice how, like, the planter is just not... It kind of follows, you know, the angle the tractor's facing, I guess you could say. So even though I'm turning closer, it's like, nope, we're going to kind of correct ourselves to the angle to the back of the tractor there for some reason. Like I said, I don't know if that's the planter's fault or the tractor's fault, but maybe the fact that we're using a two-track tractor, maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not sure. Oh, not quite enough width there to get everything. Or at least if maybe we were a better driver, maybe we could, but... Oh boy, 4% left. Yeah, we got a pretty big section back here that needs to be planted yet, so definitely thinking we're not going to have enough. And those are also some really... Whoa. Okay, those were some really white tires there on the 9570 RT. Was definitely turned brown quickly. There we go. One quick swipe. We can finish that off. And let's see what's here. I don't think it's actually used anything now that we're replanting this here. Oh, you know what? No, it is actually using liquid fertilizer yet. Okay, so yeah, seed it's not using. Liquid fertilizer it was still using. That's interesting. It uses the liquid fertilizer even though we don't necessarily get any credit for it. Oh, actually, what? Did I ever check? I never did check, everyone, to make sure this was actually working, did I? Oops. I don't think I did. Let's see. It is working. Okay, good. I figured it was. Just realized I never checked that, so better make sure. Not that there was really anything I probably would have done about it if it wasn't. Probably would have just planted it. No, well, we'll have to fertilize it later. Although this worked on the other two fields, so nice to see it did work across all three fields. Again, that was pellet fertilizer, followed up by slurry. And then at least on this field and the field next to us there, also put an application of lime down there as well. And that seemed like that worked out pretty good there. That way we could essentially plant the field without having to do any tillage to it. Just saves a step in the process. Oh, and we ran out. Oh, so close. So close. Oh, well, I knew that was going to happen. Speaking of running out, everyone, looks like we're out of time here for this episode as well. So on that note, I think we'll go ahead and finish up this planting here off camera. And we'll come back next episode. Next episode, we're probably going to be selling soybeans, I think. That's probably going to be next. So, yeah, we'll probably go ahead and skip time through at least one more day here. And we'll see what's either tomorrow or the next day after that. We'll probably start selling the soybeans here. We'll see what the price is looking like. Because, again, it looked like day 4 there was the best price. And at least with the loan we have, we definitely want the best price here at this point. So, on that note, everyone, thanks for watching. Comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time.